I'm John, an old YouTuber. Let's try to continue. It's 12 noon, so actually they have the news on the Danish television, but I did not see that. I was looking the Danish blue papers when you're selling second-hand stuff. I had bought two old motherboards with LGA 775 slots. One have this quad-core Q9400, I think, and DDR2 memory, 4 gigabyte. The other one have a Core 2 CPU, but this kind of CPU they can run Windows 10. Windows XP is like way older. Windows XP is to like Pentium 3 and the first generation of Pentium 4. But we will get to that later. Now, if you have an old Pentium 4 with like 500 megabyte memory, that's for like Windows XP. So but all the old Pentium D and Pentium Dual Core, they can run Windows 10. So I have to think about what kind of computers I should put Windows XP. I think the old computers like the Intel 486 DX 486 and the Pentium 1, the original Pentium, I think something I should put Windows 98 on a computer like that. I think the Windows XP need a little bit more powerful computer than Intel 486 or the original Pentium. So I think I should save this because I don't have so much money. I cannot buy 20 computers, but they not cost so much, these old computers. But because of this big inflation, we have a high economical crisis and big inflation like 10, 11, 12%. And my electricity bill have gone up 130%. I need to have a small saving like $2,000 or $3,000. I need to have a small saving on my bank account just to pay my electricity bills and my bills. So I have a little bit more than $1,000 now. So, but I cannot spend this money to buy old computers, even I would like to do it. I have like 30 computers on the Danish blue papers, like the yellow papers you buy second-hand PC hardware. I have like 30 and 40 old computers on follow to like many $1,000s. But I'm getting some YouTube money. It's Monday the 5th today, and in the weekend, the 10 December, I can see how much YouTube money I'm getting. I'm getting maybe 2,500 Danish, that's like $350. Maybe around $350, and $1 is 7 Danish. Yes, around 2,500. But I need to save $1,000. If I'm getting 2,500 Danish kroners, I have to save another $1,000 to my bank account just for my bills next year. I have a big electricity bills there in February and May, and I need 5 more payments to some online loans. Like that's 3,000 Danish divided with 7, that's like $430. I have loan every 5 payment I need to just pay December. So, but that's to some online loans I have. I'm waiting for that because 1st June I will have this $430 I will have every month. But my electricity bill have raised like 130%. to like 2,300 Danish divided 7. Yes, to like $330. My electricity bill is $330. So my next two electricity bills, that's like $660. So I need $500 just for my just for my electricity bills. And I need this 5 payments. That was 3,000 Danish divided with 7, that's 430. And 5 times $430 is 2,150 plus $500 to electricity bill, so that's 2,600. 600, so like $2,700 I just need just for electricity bill, and the last 5 payment, and that's multiplied 7 Danish. Yes, that's like close to 19,000 19,000 Danish kroner, and I don't have that. I even don't have half. I not even have a little more than I have like 8,000 Danish divided 7. Yes, I got like $1,150, something like that. So that's a tiny saving. So and my rent, this apartment can get up. So, but I'm follow some old computers on this Danish blue papers. Like the yellow papers, they're not cost. You can get it below 100, like 700, below 700, like $100. Then you have to pay like $20 or $30 to shipping or more. So they're not cost so much. You can get some old. Yes, that's some older males like me. They have some 20 years old computer from the basement. They have used from office, and then they just sell it like 600 Danish kroner, like $80 or something. Some of them you find with Windows XP or even Windows 98. So that could be an easy way to get Windows XP with the service pack number 3. So I'm actually talking with one, have an old Pentium 4. He could put Windows XP with the service pack 3 on SP3. It's old Pentium 4 with 512 megabytes of memory, like half a gigabyte memory. So I think this computer will fit nice to Windows XP. Old Pentium 4 1.7 gigahertz. I think that's to the old 478 slots. No, that's to the old LTA 478 sockets. The first Pentium 4 and the half a gigabyte memory. I think they will fit fine to Windows XP. Yes, and I have to sit home alone rest of my life, so I was thinking about I could have this old computers as a new hobby and content to my YouTube channel. I could make some video about old computers and old computer hardware. But that's a lot of older males on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel. They are building old PC computers with old PC hardware. Have many YouTube channels. But let's continue. But my camcorder is out of power. like in half an hour. So let's read about it. Resume.
Released Service Pack 1AM, SP1A. It was the same as SP1, except the Microsoft Java virtual machine was excluded. 75 Service Pack 2. Windows Security Center window running Windows XP Service Pack 2, showing no virus protection installed. Service Pack 2, SP2, for Windows XP Home Edition and Professional Edition was released on the 25th of August, 2004. 76. Headliner features included WPA encryption compatibility for Wi-Fi and usability improvements to the Wi-Fi networking user interface. 77. Partial Bluetooth support. 78. And various improvements to securitize systems. Headed by former computer hacker Windows Snyder. 79. 80. Visa Vice Packs. Security improvements. Codenamed Springboard. 81. As these features were intended to underpin additional changes in Longhorn, included a major revision to the included firewall, renamed Windows Firewall, and now enabled by default, and an update to data execution prevention, which gained hardware support in the NX bit that can stop some forms of buffer overflow attacks. Raw socket support is removed, which supposedly limits the damage done by zombie machines, and the Windows Messenger service, which had been abused to cause pop-up advertisements to be displayed as system messages without a web browser or any additional software, became disabled by default. Additionally, security-related improvements were made to email and web browsing. Service Pack 2 also the Security Center, an interface that provides a general overview of the system's security status including the state of the firewall and automatic updates. Third-party firewall and antivirus software can also be monitored from Security Center. 82. In August 2006. Microsoft released updated installation media for Windows XP and Windows Server 2003 SP2, SP2B, in order to incorporate a patch requiring ActiveX controls in Internet Explorer to be manually activated before a user may interact with them. This was done so that the browser would not violate a patent owned by Eolus. 83. Microsoft has since licensed the patent, and released a patch reverting the change in April 2008. 84. In September 2007, another minor revision known as SP2C was released for XP Professional, extending the number of available product keys for the operating system to support the continued availability of Windows XP Professional through the Scheduled System Builder Channel End of Life, EOL. Date of the 31st of January, 2009. 85. Windows XP Service Pack 2 was later included in Windows Embedded 4 Point of Service and Windows Fundamentals for Legacy PCs. Service Pack 3. The third and final Service Pack, SP3, was released through different channels between April 3 and June 2008. 86. About a year after the release of Windows Vista, and about a year before the release of Windows 7. Service Pack 3 was not available for Windows XP x64 edition, which was based on the Windows Server 2003 kernel and, as a result, used its Service Packs, 87, rather than the ones for the other editions. 88. It began being automatically pushed out to automatic updates users on the 10th of July, 2008. 89. A feature sheet overview which detailed new features available separately as standalone updates to Windows XP, as well as back-ported features from Windows Vista, was posted by Microsoft. 90. A total of 1,174 fixes are included in SP3. 91. Service Pack 3 could be installed on systems with Internet Explorer up to and including version 8. Internet Explorer 7 was not included as part of SP3. 92. It also did not include Internet Explorer 8. but instead was included in Windows 7, which was released 1 year after XP SP3. Service Pack 3 included security enhancements over and above those of SP2, including APIs allowing developers to enable data execution prevention for their code, independent of system-wide compatibility enforcement settings. 93. The Security Support Provider Interface. 94. Improvements to WPA2 security. 95. And an updated version of the Microsoft Enhanced Cryptographic Provider module that is FIPS 140-2 certified. 96. In incorporating all previously released updates not included in SP2, Service Pack 3 included many other key features. Windows Imaging Component allowed camera vendors to integrate their own proprietary image codecs with the operating system's features, such as thumbnails and slideshows. 97. In enterprise features, Remote Desktop Protocol 6.1 included support for ClearType and 32-bit color depth over RDP. 98. While improvements made to Windows management instrumentation in Windows Vista to reduce the possibility of corruption of the WMI repository were backported to XP SP3. 99. In addition, SP3 contains updates to the operating system components of Windows XP Media Center Edition, MCE, and Windows XP Tablet PC Edition, and security updates for .NET Framework version 1.0, which is included in these editions. However, it does not include update roll-ups for the Windows Media Center application in Windows XP MCE 2005. 100. SP3 also omits security updates for Windows Media Player 10, although the player is included in Windows XP MCE 2005. 100. The address bar desk band on the taskbar is no longer included because of antitrust violation concerns. 101. Unofficial SP3 zip download packages were released on a now defunct website called The Hotfix from 2005 to 2007. 102. 103. The owner of the website, Ethan C. Allen, was a former Microsoft employee in software quality assurance and would comb through the Microsoft knowledge base articles daily and download new hotfixes Microsoft would put online within the articles. The articles would have a KWinXpress3 fix and / or KWinXpress3 fix tag, thus allowing Allen to easily find and determine which fixes were planned for the official SP3 release to come. Microsoft publicly stated at the time that the SP3 pack was unofficial and advised users to not install it. 104. 105. Allen also released a Vista SP1 package in 2007, for which Allen received a cease and desist email from Microsoft. 106. Windows XP Service Pack 3 was later included in Windows Embedded Standard 2009 and Windows Embedded POS Ready 2009. System requirements. System requirements for Windows XP are as follows. System requirements minimum recommended home / professional edition, a CPU Pentium or compatible, 233 MHz, B, C. BIOS or compatible firmware, D. Pentium or compatible, 300 MHz. BIOS or compatible firmware, D. Memory 64 MB, E, F, 128 MB free space 1.5 GB. Master boot record used, D. Plus 661 MB for Service Pack 1 and 1A, G. Plus 1.8 GB for Service Pack 2, H. Plus 900 MB for Service Pack 3, I. MediaTek ROM drive or compatible display Super VGA, 800, 600, sound hardware N /A sound card plus speakers / headphones input device, S. Keyboard, mouse Professional X64 edition, J. CPUX 86-64 or compatible. BIOS or compatible firmware, D.